So today we're going to look at essay, and particularly or specifically sport essay titles. Okay, for this kind of question, you might be asked in your writing paper question number 2. You will be given 2 points, and for another point, you have to make up on your own. When you are answering this question, you have to have your opinion whether you agree or you disagree. So in this table below, we have conversations talking about the points here, whether the conversation agree or disagree to the point. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read the conversations, and then I will decide whether the conversation agree or disagree to the point. So I'm going to go with number 1. Top footballers. There are only a few people in the world with such talent and skill. Excellence should be rewarded. So this sounds so positive. So I believe that this one is agree. Okay, point number 1, agree. So the second one, there are plenty of talented and highly skilled people in the world, but they don't earn millions. It's not fair and it's not necessary. So again, on point number 1, but this time it is disagree. Point and the third one, the third conversation. Yes, and it's a hard life. They get up early and train for hours, even in bad weather, as well traveling and playing in the evening and at weekends. So because they have to train for hours and in the evening, also at weekends. So this conversation agree that the footballers should pay a lot of money. Okay, the last one, right? The last one in my list, right? And even though footballers train and play during the season, they get more off time than most people do. So since footballers got more of the off time, they should not get paid a lot of money. So this one is another point for disagree. Okay, so for the remaining number 5, 6, 7, and 8, it is your own idea, meaning that it is a new idea. So what I want you to do is I want you to read through 5, 6, 7, and 8 and think about the conversation. Do this conversation agree or disagree to the point in which, or to the notion in which many footballers get paid a lot of money? Do they deserve it or not? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to simply go through and tell me, is it the conversation, does it agree or disagree? So you can pause the video, look at conversation 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then just scribble the answer on a piece of paper. Okay, once you're done, we're going to look at the next one, which is keywords for football. When you are writing essays, it's very important that you use the appropriate words for the topic. So now we're going to look at the keywords for football. So when we're talking about football, the most important thing or the most important word should be who. Okay, you need to have, or you need to show your knowledge on the sports you are talking about. So when we are talking about football, it is wise to mention football players. So we have 2 famous football players here, which is Cristiano Ronaldo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Okay, and then you can mention also the football club that they are or they were in. So for instance, Cristiano Ronaldo was from Manchester United, and then he got transferred to Real Madrid. And then the same goes with the Ibrahimovic, which he was from Internazionale, and then he moved to Barcelona. Okay, so these are 2 of the examples of the famous football player. So when we are writing an essay on football players or on football, you should mention the famous people or the key player. Okay, so or the key player of the game. So key player adalah pemain yang penting, those who really play it. Okay, kita selain daripada kita sebut so kalau kita panggil Cristiano Ronaldo ataupun Ibrahimovic, kita panggil dia orang the players ataupun the key players ataupun the athletes. Okay, atau kita boleh panggil dia orang the stars and also top players. Untuk peminat-peminat, kita boleh cakap dia devoted fan. Devoted fan ni macam orang yang sangat devoted, yang macam sangat doted, sangat-sangat suka lah dengan the clubs ataupun the athletes that play for it. And then kita ada loyal fan and also a big fan. So yang ini adalah the fans, and then kita ada untuk players, and then kita ada untuk clubs as well. Okay, the next one is action. When it comes to football, few key actions yang footballer buat adalah, first one is score goals. Okay, and then they play for my or our country. It depends on which pronoun that you want to use. And then we also have coach. So footballers can coach young footballers, or you need a coach. So both can be. So this coach can be either a noun. So this coach could be either a noun or a verb. Okay. Also, we got more with make or earn money. So you can say that footballers are rich because they make money through transfer fees, or they make money, or they earn money through their monthly salaries, or they make money through sponsorship deals, or they make money through prize money, or they make money through appearance fees. Okay, and then the type of football. So football is a team sports, or football is an outdoor sports. Okay, so these are the keywords when you are talking about football, or keywords when you are writing about football. Okay, so moving on to the next one. This is the second question for sport essays title. So the second question is, the media publishes many details of sports personalities' private lives. Notes: write about the right to privacy, their family and friends, and your own idea. So you got 1, 2, and 3 points as usual. Okay, so when there are 3 points, what we need before it is introduction. So we usually need an introduction and also a conclusion. So this make up a 5-paragraph essay. So first, what you have to do is you have to write your introduction. Okay, we're going to look at introduction. Okay, when you are writing introduction, you have to avoid simply copying the words from the text. Think of your own introduction. Okay, jangan salin balik ayat ni. Okay, kalau boleh jangan salin balik. Apa yang you boleh buat adalah you boleh rephrase the sentence. So yang ini adalah contoh soalannya. The media publishes many details of sports personalities' private life. So first kita ada the media. So siapa the media? So instead of talking about the media, kita boleh cakap pasal newspaper, kita boleh cakap television, kita boleh cakap social media. So what kind of media? Okay. The second thing is many details. What kind of details? Is it their private life, or their personal love life, or their family's life? So that, what are the details? And then private lives, you can expand on it. So now we're going to look at this one, the first paragraph. The media is often full of stories about footballers and other sports stars. Readers are told how much money, so this is the detail, okay, how much money they earn, and even details of their love life. So yeah, this one is a private life, and then this one is the detail. I think this is wrong. Okay, so now we have your opinion here. This is, oh sorry, this is so big. So this is your opinion. I think this is wrong. So you got your opinion there. Sports celebrities should be allowed to keep their personal life private. Okay. So this is your opinion and this is your stand. Okay. So what we have here first is, here we have your opinion, and then here we have your stand. Okay, so we're going to move on to the first point. In the first place, sports personalities have as much right to privacy as anyone else. If journalists followed ordinary people around, taking photos of them and reporting embarrassing facts about their everyday lives, they would be stopped. So this is the first one, right to privacy. Moreover, it's not fair that sports stars, families and friends should have to put up with so much attention. It can damage friendship and destroy relationship. This is the second one. And then, however, I also believe that sports celebrities have responsibility to set a good example. This is your own idea to their fans. If they take drugs or break the law, for instance, then they should be told. Okay, so if you notice, dalam perenggan 1, 2 dan 3 ni, in the point paragraph, you only have like 2 to 3 sentences. So you only have 2 to 3 sentences. So it shouldn't be long, but you need to explain about your points in a very short sentence, not a short sentence, short paragraph, sorry. Okay, moving on, we're going to look at the language bank. So this is the cohesive devices to make sure that you have the coherence in your essay. So what we have is first introducing ideas. We got introducing opposite ideas and also conclusion. This is a very simple one. So you can see here that we have used introducing ideas in the first place, and then we have used another introducing ideas, moreover, and then we also use introducing opposite idea, which is however, and then however, and then the conclusion we have used all in all. But then we also have a lot more that we can use. For instance, first, secondly, finally, furthermore, in addition for introducing ideas, and then we have on the other hand, and also nevertheless for introducing opposite idea, and also to sum up, and on the whole for conclusion. So I just want to tell you as well that many of you prefer to use the word than. When it comes to introducing idea, many of you have a tendency to use the word than. But you should not use the word than. You tak boleh guna word than sebenarnya, sebab than ni more kepada steps ataupun kita kata aturan. So kalau you cakap pasal benda ni dulu and then lepas tu benda ni, barulah kita boleh guna then. You tak boleh guna then untuk present new idea. That is not appropriately used. Okay. So this is your task. So for your task, you have to write an essay. This is an essay lesson. Okay. So you have to respond to this question. Some countries spend a lot of money on providing world-class sport facilities for training talented youngsters. Is this a good way or a bad way to spend money? So you can have your opinion. whether you agree or disagree, and then you have to talk about health and lifestyle, international competition, and lastly, your own idea. So we're going back to the question. Questions requires you to agree or disagree on providing world-class sport facilities for training talented youngsters. So what you're going to support or you're going to disagree is the idea of having world-class sport facilities. Okay, so the idea of having world-class sports facilities. Okay, so when you are writing your essay, there are some words that you should use or that you are advised to use, which is first obviously what are the sports that you are talking about. So you are talking about sports facilities, but what are the sports? Okay, so you could choose things like golf, and then you could mention one of the popular golf players, for instance Tiger Woods, and then you can mention tennis, you can mention cricket, but you can be very specific to Malaysian context. For instance, you can go and talk about squash by Nico Davis, saying that we need world-class sports facilities for squash because we need more Nico David in Malaysia. And then we also have badminton Ling Chong Wei, and then we have other people from other countries who are sports players, and then you can use them or you can just find someone else and fit in your essay. Okay, the next one is the sports facilities. So you're mentioning that you're going to, the country should or should not provide world-class sports facilities, but what is the sport facilities? So the examples of sport facilities which can be found inside your textbook are, for instance, ice hockey or ice skating rink, and then we have golf course, we have skateboarding park, we have tennis, squash or badminton court, and then we have race or athletics track, and then we have sports arena or horse riding arena, and also a football pitch, rugby pitch or cricket pitch. So these are the sport facilities, some of the sport facilities that you can use in your essay. And then the last one is the verb or the noun that you can use. So for instance, pay or payment. Pay is verb, payment is noun. So the government have to pay a lot of money, or payment should be made by the government too. So bayar. And then promote or promotion. Malaysian government should promote sports to, or the promotion of sports to kids will expose them. Okay, promotion, contribute or contribution. So contribute, the stars contribute to what, ataupun the contribution of sports players could blah blah blah. Sponsorship, appreciation, appearance, indicate, indication. So if it is a verb, kalau you guna verb, contohnya payment. So bagi you satu contoh. Okay, the government pays a lot of money, blah 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 blah. So kalau dia verb, if it is a verb, this is a verb, dia akan ada noun dekat depan. Dia akan ada noun kat sini. So siapa pays? The government pays. If it is a noun, dia akan start dengan pay. So the payment will be made by our government. So kat sini pula, for this one, the payment ni dekat depan. So this one, it has become a noun. I should change colors. So this one, the payment, oh, that's so big. So this one day payment is a noun, meanwhile here it is a verb. So that is how. Kalau dia duduk di depan, dia noun. Kalau dia duduk di tengah, dia adalah verb. So yang ini adalah, I just write there. So yang pendek adalah verb, yang panjang adalah noun. Yang pendek adalah verb, yang panjang adalah noun. Yang root word adalah verb, yang ada shen adalah noun. Yang pendek adalah verb, yang panjang adalah noun. Yang ada yang ni adalah root word dia adalah verb, yang ada shen adalah noun. So this is a verb again, and then this is a noun, this is a verb, and then this is a noun. Okay. So now so now I want you to write the essay. So what you have to do now is to write your essay. So when you are writing your essay, I want you to remember some of this. So when you are writing your essay, I want you to look back at the worksheet here. So so the first thing that you have to do is you have to think whether you agree or you disagree. Sorry, you agree or you disagree to the points given and also your main idea. So the first one, whether you agree or you disagree. Okay? And then after you have agreed or you have disagreed, I want you to look at the keywords. Okay? I want you to look at the keywords. So here we have two keywords. We have one for football, and then we also have another one for your question. Okay. And then the third one, when you want to start writing your introduction, so remember you have to avoid simply copying the question. Instead, you can break the question up and then just give more information about it. You do not have to write long. You just have to write in bits but using different words. Okay? You tak payah buat panjang-panjang, you cuma buat pendek je, cuma you rephrase, you guna ayat yang lain. Macam mana nak guna ayat yang lain? Contohnya yang ni, many details adalah apa? Detail apa? The money they earn. Private life. Apa kind of private life? Contohnya love life. So that is being more specific. And then in your introduction, you bagi your opinion dan juga you bagi your stand. So that is the opinion paragraph. So when you are writing your essay, number 4, you have to include words that show your coherence, okay, or cohesive devices. So I'm going to write here. So number 1, when you are writing your essay, number 1, it is important that you read the points and then you decide. You read the points and then you decide whether you agree or disagree. And then disagree. And then the second one, what you have to do is that you have to gather your keywords. So you have to choose the keywords that are related to your point. And number 3, you are going to write your introduction. When you're going to write your introduction, please avoid copying the instruction. Okay, and then the last one, when you are writing the body of your essay, please be reminded to use cohesive devices, which you can find in the language bank in this worksheet. So that is it for today's lesson, and then I will share a link where you can submit your homework too. Okay, good luck, bye bye.